Hi. Hope you're ready to start today. I'm having these beautiful ears, and it is rather cold with us, so I'm wearing warm pajamas and sitting near my warm cat. The topic for today is future simple and future continuous. Also, we will discuss the difference between shall and will. We will start with the warm up. Okay, I will share the link with you to the reading practice. We will start with the future simple tense. So the main point, that we form it with will and the first form of the verb. So no endings, no additional details, just will and the first form of the verb. If we are building a positive sentence, we will use just will. For example, I will read books, and that's it. For the negative sentence, we will use will plus not, which is equals to won't, and also the first form of the verb. I won't read books. And to build questions, we will need to put our auxiliary verb will on the first place in our sentence. So that we are having an example. Will you read books? Yes, I will. No, I won't. So what are the main use cases to use future simple tense? And the first one is when we deal with predictions about the future, usually with the verb think, believe, expect, or phrases like be sure, be afraid, and the adverbs like perhaps or maybe. For example, I think I will go to the cinema. So all the predictions, just our thoughts, beliefs, we will use future simple because we don't have any evidence, here, just our personal predictions. And the next case is when we have on the spot decisions and offers. For example, I was reading a book and I tell I'll have some tea now. On the spot decision that I took just on the moment at the moment of speaking. The next point, when we deal with inevitable actions in future which we cannot influence. For example, I will be 36 this year. I can do nothing about it, so this will be future simple. Promises, usually with the verbs promise, swear, guarantee, threats, warnings, requests, hopes. This is also the case to use future simple. I hope he will fix the tap today. Maybe yes, maybe no, but still I hope. So we have future simple here. The following markers usually show us or help us to show that it is future simple. Tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month, soon, tonight. I have the next day and next week. In a week. So these are the words that help us understand that here we have future simple. So practice exercise 2. You have to open the brackets using the future simple tense. Sentence number 1. She come to the party if she finishes work early. So this is some prediction. Maybe she'll come to the party, maybe no. So general future simple case. And we have she will come to the party. Sentence number 2. It is negative. They not go to the beach if it rains. Again, the case to use future simple. We have a negative sentence, so we will have they won't go to the beach if it rains. Will plus not in the short form. It is won't, not want, like I want a candy, but won't go to the beach if it rains. The next one, it's a question, so we need to keep in mind that the word order. So we will have not what time he will arrive at the station, yeah, but we will need to put will before he. What time will he arrive at the station? And the last sentence, to practice future simple tense form. So it's a usual question and an answer, yeah? A question and an answer. We visit grammar next week. Again, we are forming a question, so we should keep in mind the word order. So we will have, will we visit grandma next weekend? And the answer, yeah, yes, we will, yeah, because in the previous slide we had yes, so here we have yes, we will, or no, we won't if you want to give a negative answer. We are moving on, and here we have future continuous. So the general form, yeah, with will be plus the verb with ing ending. You remember from previously lessons that if we have continuous in the name of the tense, yeah, so we will deal with the ing ending. If you want to build a positive sentence in the future continuous tense, you will need to use will be and the verb with ing. He will be reading a book. So if we deal with a negative sentence, we will have won't plus be plus the verb with ing ending. He won't be reading a book. And to build a question, as usually, we will put will on the first place. And we will have will plus subject plus be and the verb with ing ending. So will you be reading a book? And as usually, we have two options. Yes, I will, or no, I won't. Don't forget that if you build a question with will you, yeah, with you, so in the answer, we will have yes, I will, no, I won't, or we will, no, we won't. The use cases. So when should we use the future continuous tense? An action which will be in progress at a stated time in the future. This time tomorrow, I will be flying to Paris. So there will be some process, but in future, yeah, at a stated time, yeah. Like in present continuous, we have that I'm eating at now, yeah, the stated time. At yesterday at 3 o'clock in the evening, I was eating, yeah, past continuous, because past progress at a stated time. And here we have the same logic, the process, yeah, but in future, at a stated time. The next point is planned or expected actions, usually with a sense of routine or schedule. So every day, my family members come at the usual time, but today I'm worried, and someone tells me, "Don't worry, they will be arriving on time." Yeah. So due to routine, yeah, after work, they usually arrive, yeah, at the same time. Or, for example, if you want to meet a colleague the next day and pass her some piece of information, you will tell, I will be meeting her at work, yeah, at the meeting or in the office. So the same, this will be the case for future continuous. And the last but not least is polite or indirect questions about someone's plans, especially to avoid sounding pushy. Will you be using the car this evening? Yeah, so I want to use it, and not to sound pushy, I'm asking, yeah, politely asking, will someone be using the car this evening? So these are the main cases to use future continuous. Will be and the verb with ing. So practice time. Here we have exercise 3. So open the brackets using the future continuous tense. You have several seconds to build the sentence in your head, or write or type, and I will show the answer. So future continuous, will plus be and the verb is ing. Yeah. So she will be studying for her exam all evening. Yeah. Will be and the verb is ing. Will be studying. The next one is a negative sentence. So they not watch TV at 9 p.m. Again, several seconds to think about the form, to consider the correct variant, to build the sentence in your head, or type it, or write it somewhere, no matter where. So they won't be watching. Yeah, again, please pay attention that you don't say won't, but won't. Don't forget to add this O sound. Yeah. They won't be watching TV at 9 p.m. The next one is a question. Like a polite, request, polite. Not to sound pushy, What will you be doing at midnight? Please pay attention to the word order. You placed will before because it's a question. And the last sentence, we have dinner with our friends at 7 o'clock. We will be having dinner. So please pay attention that have, it ends in E, the verb have, H-A-V-E. So we remove E and then add our ing ending, as usually. So if you didn't have an opportunity to watch the previous lessons devoted to continuous forms, please spend some time and watch. I hope you will find them interesting. So we are moving on, and the last but not least point for today. So the difference between shall and will. So we use will to make a request, to ask someone to do something for us. Will you open the door, please? Will you make me some tea? Will you cook dinner for today? So we're asking someone, and this request usually will start with will. The next case, we use won't, so like additional points to consider, So we use won't to show that someone is unwilling to do something. I've discussed this question with Meg, but she won't listen. If you have kids, you definitely understand that won't is frequently used in your daily life. So I've asked my kids not to do it, but she won't listen. As usually. Usually she won't. But still, when do we use shall? Usually, no, as a rule, we use shall I, shall we, only with the pronouns I and we can use shall. With others, nope, only with I and we. So we have the structure, when we make an offer. Shall I give you a hand? So we offer our help. Shall I make you some tea? Shall I cook dinner for today? The next one, when we make a suggestion, shall we go to the cinema? This will be the same as let's go to the cinema. Why don't we go to the cinema? How about going? What about going to the cinema? These are also the forms that can be used to make a suggestion. And with shall, it is also possible and frequently used. Shall we go to the cinema? And the last but not least is to ask for suggestions or instructions. What shall I do? For example, if I receive this book, yeah, instead of you, what shall I do with it? Yeah, asking for some instruction. Well, this will be also the case to use shall. And we are moving to the practice 4, exercise 4. So you need to fill in the gaps with shall or will, depending on the context. And the first sentence, I promise I always love you. Yeah. So if we deal with promises, yeah, this is the case to use a will. I promise I will always love you. The next one, we go for a walk after dinner. Yeah, so this is a suggestion. Yeah, clear one. And we have we in our sentence. So the best option will be, shall we go for a walk? Shall we go? Let's go. This is the case for to use shall. The next sentence, he be very happy to see you. Yeah, this is our prediction, expectation, and we have he. Yeah, so and we already know that we should use shall with I or we. So we have he will be very happy to see you. Yeah, our usual prediction. Yeah, expectation. The next one, what I do if I miss the train. So here we are asking for instructions, yeah, for help. And we have I, yeah, so we can use shall. What shall I do if I miss the train? Asking for instructions, shall. And the last sentence, to practice shall or will. Number 5, they never agree to these terms. Just don't think about it. Yeah, we have they, shall cannot be used. Yeah, with them, with they, yeah, with this pronoun. So we will have will. They will never agree to these terms. Good job, good job. Well done. So there are some cases when you want to use will, but it will be incorrect. Yeah. So after, before, while, after, until, as soon as, oh, again after. If by the time, instead of will, you will need to use present simple or present perfect. Yeah, so these are complex when you deal with complex sentences. And one part of the sentence begins with before, while. So they are called time clauses. Yeah, clauses related to times. Yeah, to time. So you will need to use present simple or present perfect in such cases. For example, I will wait by the time you finish or you have finished. So despite the fact that the whole sentence refers to the future, yeah, if we see in the second part of the sentence or in the first one, it doesn't matter. By the time, yeah, it's a time clause, so you cannot use will. Yeah, I will wait by the time you finish or you have finished. The next point to keep in mind is when we deal with when. So if we deal with when in the meaning of a question word, like at what time, you can use will in the sentence for sure. Yeah, will is okay to use. Yeah. And when we deal when as at the time, so used as a time word, in such case you will need to use present simple. So will be a mistake here. Let's look at the examples and I will tell you how to differentiate between these two meanings. The first one, I can't tell you when it will be ready. Yeah. And he will call us when he gets there. Yeah. In the second sentence, you cannot use future simple. You have to use present simple. So if you are asking for some information, yeah, so the whole clause can be replaced with information. I can't tell some information, yeah, and it's clear, yeah. You are giving it details when it will be ready. So in this case, you can put will. But for example, if we take the sentence, he will call us when he gets there, he will call us some information. It doesn't make any sense, yeah? So he will call us on some condition, yeah? In this case, you have to use present simple. He will call us when he gets there. Mhm. This is the main difference between these when words, different meanings of this word, of one word. And the last point to consider, I'm sure you know that we cannot use will in if clauses, yeah, in conditional sentences, yeah. If the weather is good, we will go for a walk, yeah. In the if part, we cannot use will. But, as usually, exceptions, if can be followed by the future simple only after expressions which show ignorance or uncertainty. I don't know, I doubt, I wonder. So in this case, we don't deal with condition, yeah? So we just add our feelings to the sentence. I wonder if he will be here tomorrow, yeah? There is no condition in a sentence. And in this case, you can use will. Mhm. Despite the fact that we are used to using conditional clauses, and we everyone remembers that we cannot use will with if. This is an exception, yeah, when you can put will and it will be okay, no mistake. So here it goes. I will share the link to the practice test, and it will be in the description to the video. So you're welcome. Please note that I add the links to the tests to all lessons. So once the lesson is over, this live session is usually recorded, yeah, and it posted on on a channel, and I add all the links to the tests to the description. So you're welcome to watch a video and do the test on the go. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching today's lesson. It wasn't long, but really productive. Hope to see you next time. Usually we meet on Tuesdays and Wednesday and Thursdays at 7 p.m. UA time. Yeah, Kiev plus 2 hours. Bye bye.